Good afternoon, everyone. It's me, Mimosa, and I'm back this Sunday evening. I hope that everyone out there is doing well and you're taking it easy this Sunday afternoon. So, I hate that I'm coming at this time to talk about this, but the death of Mrs. Jacky O, as her friends and fans and supporters called her. Her real name was Jacqueline Smith. It really bothered me, some things that I noticed. And I want to talk about them with you all this afternoon. She was someone that I immediately subscribed to on YouTube. Her presence, her aura, her energy, she was a really, really just beautiful person. I've been a subscriber of hers for years. For years. I remember watching her when she was pregnant with her first child. And I believe that her first child, I think she's probably around 5 years old now, her first child. And as of recently, she just had a son. Her son is not even 1 year old yet. So I've been watching her for a while. She was a mother of three. Just a radiant light, so much energy. And in the midst of all of this, I kept saying, I just pray that her affairs were in order because she loved her kids. You could see it through the screen if you watched her channel. She adored her children. She loved being a mother and she loved being a businesswoman. And she loved DC Young Fly, whose real name is John. We are going to unpack some things. I'm going to actually show you all some video. And we're going to talk about something that's really difficult, which is death. And then we're going to talk about seeing the warning signs when they're there. That's something that I talk about a lot on the channel, taking heed to the warning signs. And I think with her, even in this situation, we all can be able to learn something from this. So, as you all know, she had flown down to Miami, Florida to have a mommy makeover done. Allegedly, there was a doctor who had her posted on his website. He had her posted on his website, and they had even done like a little reel, where he was talking about the different things that she wanted to have done. So I'm going to actually tell you all what the real description is of a mommy makeover and what that entails. Okay. A mommy makeover can include any combination of the following. So this is several surgeries. This isn't just one. These are several different augmentations that are being done to a woman's body when it comes to a mommy makeover. Remember in yesterday's video, I was saying the things that women go through in the way that they risk their lives to give birth to children, to give birth to this world, to this nation, what all they go through and what it puts their bodies through. Not only does it affect your bone density, not only does it affect your blood, anemia, I spoke about all of those different things. Not only does it make you calcium deficient, hair loss, all of those things, it also alters your body. It alters your body, and for a lot of women, their body never goes back. They have loose skin. They have large abdominal areas. Their thighs spread, their waist spreads, their hips spread, their face and nose spreads. You go through a lot being pregnant. So a mommy makeover can include any combination of the following: a tummy tuck, breast augmentation, breast lift, liposuction, and it also can include a vaginal rejuvenation surgery. So, with vaginal rejuvenation surgery, let me explain what that entails. Sometimes a woman's labia can be altered during childbirth if she has a child vaginally. So that can also be one of the surgeries that is included, but not necessary for, depending on what you and your doctor decide to do. I know a lot of women that have, out of all of this, that's the main thing that they get done because they're not the same down there. A lot of women, after you give birth, you have to have stitches done because you go from dilation from 1 centimeter all the way up to 10 centimeters in order to give birth through a child through your birth canal. So it's a lot. It's a lot. And I know that's pretty graphic for guys that are listening in on the broadcast who don't know how childbirth works, but that's what happens. So with that being said, there are one, two, three, four, five possible surgeries that she may or may not have had. No one knows. The only people that know the truth to that are her family and friends of what particular surgery she did have or did not have. Also, what we do know is that she was found unresponsive in a hotel in Miami, Florida. Who called? No one knows. Who found her unresponsive? No one knows. It's just a lot of questions surrounding her death that are left unanswered. And I feel like it's unfair for people who really supported her brand outside of who she was dating, to be just left in the unknown. So they ended up finding her unresponsive. They rushed her to the hospital and she was pronounced deceased. When it hit social media, it was so shocking. I mean, I really could not believe it. And immediately what I thought about were her kids, because all of her kids are at such an impressionable age and they're so young. She literally just had a baby less than a year ago. Less than a year ago, she just had a baby, her third child. And then she's going in for surgery. Now, let me say this. A woman has a right to correct and alter things with her body if she chooses to, just like men do. Just like men do. And the reason why I'm saying that is because women's bodies are altered because they're actually giving birth to a child. And physically it bothers them, and not just physically, mentally. There are women who still are severely depressed because their stomachs never went back, and because they have to pay thousands of dollars to get a tummy tuck or liposuction or whatever it is. And you can work out in the gym all day long. That elasticity will never go back. You have to get some type of treatment, whether that's lymphatic massages where they do like the machine that tightens up your skin. That costs money. And it's like people aren't understanding that. If a woman doesn't feel right with her body, and she chooses to change different parts of her body because she doesn't feel, you know, adequate within herself. This don't have nothing to do with a man. This is a woman. If she doesn't feel adequate within herself and she feels like, she wants to get a lift or a tuck or a nip, let her do that. She has that right to do that. But she should be able to live after she has that surgery done. And that's where my problem is within this. Because, yes, this is a lot of surgery. Don't get me wrong. I specifically said mommy makeover. Now, a lot of people are saying, oh, well, she went and got a BBL. A BBL is basically taking fat from one part of your body and putting it inside of your butt. That is the most dangerous elective surgery that you can do. There are so many blood vessels, capillaries, everything in your buttocks. The doctor nicks the wrong part, is done. From infection, sepsis, I'm talking about, it's bad. It's horrible. Extremely dangerous. That infection goes into your bloodstream, you're done. It's over with. Now, when it comes to the mommy makeover, BBL is not in here at all. So people just assuming that she got a BBL is kind of, to me, it's kind of disrespectful. She got a mommy makeover. In a mommy makeover, strictly says tummy tuck, breast augmentation, or breast lift, liposuction, and vaginal rejuvenation surgery. We don't know what all she got, but this is what a mommy makeover is, not a BBL. So people need to get that right. Okay, so now that we're done with that, Jacky has passed on, and then there's been a lot that's being said in regards to her friends, her family, and her relationship with DC Young Fly. So let's break that down. First off, let me go ahead and see if I can share the screen. And thank you all for coming in. I'm going to drop the link in just a second. If you want to come on in, you don't have to show your face, of course. You just drop in and let me know if you want to comment on anything. Okay, let's share this link. Let's share the screen. Let's see. Okay. If you can see the screen, please press 1. If you can see the screen, please press 1. 111. Okay. So this is Jacky. Jacky, what people are not realizing is she was an amazing businesswoman. Not only was she a content creator on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, she also owned a very lucrative business as well. The name of her business was well, we'll get into that. We'll get into her businesses in a second. First, I want to talk about her friends. This is one of her friends, Ernestine Morrison. If you all aren't familiar with her husband, Ernestine Morrison was actually the woman who went viral several years ago. She is a poet, a world-renowned poet who traveled all over the world and actually became famous and viral after one of her sessions at Def Comedy Jam, I believe, went viral. She's married to Jay Morrison. They have a child, and her husband is the person who started the Tulsa Financial Fund in Atlanta. Uh, as you can see, this is what she said in regards to her friend, one of her best friends. She said, "Wow, you were sent off in the classiest of ways, like the true queen you are. The freeway was shut down for you. You went off in a horse and carriage, grand, just like you. It still doesn't seem real, but like the pastor said today, to be continued. You were surrounded by so much genuine love and support today, and it was beautiful to see. It was comforting to see DC Young Fly walk in knowing in faith that God has him and the kids covered. Leticia Marie Gardner, Lola Wood, Kiera, and Brittany Nalina did what any best friend would do and stood 10 toes down, seeing you off with loving words and unwavering support. The the B Simone carried your flowers, and it reminded me of how she always gave you your flowers when you were here. So there are no regrets. Your Cali crew, Atlanta crew, and all who loved you were there, still loving you like we always have. We love you now and forever. Go off, Jackie." That was from one of her best friends, Ernestine Morrison. Okay, let me show you all what one of her other friends said. This is from B. Simone. As you all know, everyone knows who B. Simone is if you're on social media. She's the girl who references the "my boyfriend." That's her moniker that a lot of people know her by. And then she's also one of the leads on the very popular show on MTV called Wild and Out. B. Simone says, "God, you are a provider. Although we don't understand right now, I truly know you will provide everything for her children, everything her children need, her family needs, her friends need, now and forever. From peace of mind to clarity, I truly believe in the name of Jesus. We need you, Lord, and I know you are there. Even during the darkest time, I will praise you and thank you in advance for the miracles and peace that is coming. You are worthy of the praise. Thank you for allowing me to experience Jackie, and I thank you for her, Jesus. I can't sleep tonight. Jackie, we miss you, girl. Your besties are broken. Your family is crushed, and I honestly am still in shock. I feel guilty going on with life. I never lost anyone close to me, and I can't believe you are gone. I love you so much. One of the main things giving me peace right now is the fact that you were intentionally growing your relationship with God. You have always love God, but the way you were seeking him recently was just different. Your excitement for him lately makes me tear up. It's like you knew you were going to meet him soon, so you had to be ready. Man, Jack, you lived your life to the fullest. You were an amazing friend, entrepreneur, and above all, a phenomenal mother. I never understood how you balanced all of it, but when it became a mom, I want to be just like you. But when I become a mom, I want to be just like you. Excuse me about that. You have a village down here that will always make sure your children know the exceptional woman their mother was. Something I would always tell you is that I loved how consistent you were with how you showed up no matter how you felt. You were the same since the day I met you, full of joy, pure joy. You never had a bad day. And if you felt down, you still had no attitude, no moodiness. You just chose happiness. Happiness was a choice you always made. I have no regrets when it comes to our friendship because every time we talked, we poured into each other. I know you loved me, and I know I loved you. This is devastating, but I know you made it through those gates. To my beautiful unicorn fairy glitter princess friend, Miss Jacky O, from the Skull. Skull is SoCal. I love you. So go off, Jacky. Until we meet again. So that was from B. Simone. Now, there's a reason why I'm reading these. I'm getting to my point. That was from B. Simone. This is from Letitia Marie Gardner. Now, Letitia is the one that everyone assumed was her twin sister because they look so much alike. If you ever saw reels of them, you definitely know what I'm talking about. They looked almost like twins. It was scary. They would do TikTok together, they would do reels together. They looked so much alike. So I'm going to read what she said. This is Letitia Marie Gardner. She says Jacky had a spirit of community. She loved to bring people together. She was everything beautiful, everything that shines or shimmers, a real unicorn always covered in body glitter. She lit up every room she walked in and was always so happy. She was successful at everything she touched. She loved being a mom more than anything else. She was the best friend, my best friend, twin, mother, and partner anyone could ask for. The last time we talked, we said we love you to each other and that you were going to get some rest. I never thought it would be external rest. I miss you so much, forever in my heart till we meet again. I love you. That was from her best friend, Letitia Marie Gardner. Now, this was Jacky's program. Absolutely stunning. And what I thought was so beautiful, and I'm trying not to tear up, I'm trying to get through this, is because on the front of the program, again, like I said, I followed Jacky. I followed her on social media. She was just a light of, of pure joy. Um, and she wrote her own eulogy almost. And let me explain, because on the front of the program there is a post that she wrote on Instagram that they printed on the front of the program. That's what you see here in this area right here. So I'm going to actually show you what she posted on Instagram. This is what she posted on Instagram. When you start drawing nearer to God, reading and really listening to the word and applying it in real life, there's such a beautiful awakening and transforming power that you start to feel. And I just really love that for me and also for all my loved ones that are experiencing it as well. Every conversation I've had lately has God all up in it, and He really has the answer to every single thing. God is so dope. Love y'all, Jacky. Okay. So there is, I want to show you all something else. Okay, here we go. This was at her funeral. This is posted by a user on TikTok. As you can see their name, I don't want to take their intellectual property, and so that's why I'm posting it like this so you can actually see their name.
Kiara Houghton. Make sure I got that right. There you go.
Brooke isn't not okay to talk right now, so she asked for me to speak instead.
Okay.
Jacky was, we called each other twin, so I tried to write some notes. Jacky had a spirit of community. She loved bringing people together. She was beautiful in everything that shines and shimmers, a real unicorn covered in body glitter. She lit up every room she walked in, and she was always so happy. She was successful at everything she touched. She loved being a mom more than anything else. She was the best friend, my best friend, mother and partner that anyone could ever have. The last time we talked, we said we love each other and that she was going to get some rest. I never thought it would be eternal rest. I just want to say to Auntie and DC and the family that Rod and I are here for as long as there's breath in our lungs, for anything for the kids, and we love you guys so much.
So,
Okay, that was one of her best friends. Now, again, I'm showing all of this for a reason because I want to show you all the continual pattern. Okay, we're coming back. You guys, I'm getting better with this screen sharing thing. Oh, good morning, Miss Tate. Hey, my black is beautiful. Thank you for coming in. Okay, here we go.
I'm Kyra. I'm going to keep this nice and short together. I don't even know if I can talk. I didn't even write anything down because I felt like if I wrote it down, then it would make it more real. And I just don't want to believe it. Me and Jackie met back in 2012, and ever since then, we've been inseparable. It was in the most oddest circumstances. The two most uncoordinated, no rhythm girls meeting at a professional Raider at dance audition. It makes no sense. It really doesn't. But I'm so thankful to have met her. She has been an amazing friend. She's the definition of a true friend, how a true friend should be, how a true daughter should be, a sister, a cousin, a girlfriend, but most of all, an extraordinary mom. There's nobody like her. We love you, Jackie. We miss you so much, and I don't know what we're going to do without you. It's like a void that's not going to be able to be filled. But we miss you and we love you every day. Hi, everyone. Before I start, it will be Jackie's publicist. And then I have Reese and Woody and the rest of, John's team. And, I want to say thank you to the Fulton County Commissioners before I read this.
Okay, and that was another one of Jackie's best friends and her publicist. Looks like we went out for a little minute. I'm sorry about that. Let me see if I can be able to adjust this. If you all can still see the screen, press 1 in the chat for me. Okay. So, as you can see, I've been showing you what some of Jackie's best friends and her friends and people that she had these amazing relationships said about her. Not just on Instagram in a post, but physically what they said at her homegoing service. Okay. And I'm getting to my point. I'm getting to my point. Let me share the screen again. I want to show you all something else. Okay, here we go. Now, as I've said, Jacky was an amazing mother. Like, she loved being a mom. If you were a follower of hers or a supporter of hers and you actually watched her on social media or even on YouTube, she was an amazing mom. These are her three babies, and this is her son that she just gave birth to. Now, with all of that being said, she's not married. She's not married. That was so shocking to me. And the reason why I say that is because she was the epitome of wife material. And let me explain. The way she cooked, the way she cleaned, the way, and I'm not talking about like basic stuff. She was always the type of woman who showed up and showed out. She was an amazing partner to DC. So why is it that he still never married her? She was good enough to birth 3 of his children. And as he said at her services, he actually wanted 10 kids with her, but still never married her. She was good enough to carry your seed, but she wasn't good enough to carry your last name. Now, I'm giving you all something to think about now, okay? Because the conversation needs to be had. This is just one of her businesses, just one. J Nova Collection. She has 69,000 followers. I actually took this the day before. No. I actually took this picture the day of, so that I could be able to show you all her business was already thriving. Go onto her website or go into her comment sections. You will see this woman had thousands of people who supported her business and who purchased from her. If you watch her videos, you saw her packaging her orders a lot of times in the midst of having children, in the midst of being a mom, in the midst of being a great companion to DC. She also had a very successful business on top of being one of the top content creators that there were. I just keep naming different streams of income that this woman was bringing in, okay? So that's the third one. Because not only that, she was also a model. She also had contracts with Shein. She also had contracts with Pretty Little Thing. I'm just naming companies. The girl was a force to be reckoned with on her own. Okay. So this is one of her businesses. She had a cosmetic brand. She was also a realtor. How many of you all knew that? She was a licensed realtor in the state of Georgia. And I'm trying to find out if she actually was also a licensed broker as well, because I believe that she also had a broker's license. So we're talking about a quadruple threat at this point. She's all of this, but you still did not marry her. Now, a lot of people are like, well, what's the big deal about marriage? There's a lot of big deals about marriage. Because with marriage, you're legally entitled to and you are legally connected to another person. So that if anything were to happen like this unexpectedly, you will be okay, and the children that you all made together will be okay. Because it's going to be real hard to go down to the Social Security office and say, oh, well, you know, that was my baby mama. Or, oh, that was my baby daddy. especially if there were other children outside of y'all baby mama, baby daddy relationship. And y'all know I'm not lying. You know I'm not lying. I'm just saying, I'm just telling it like it is. Okay? Now let's get to the meat and potatoes. This is what DC Young Fly said about the mother of his 3 children. He said, I wasn't in no rush to post this because I wanted it to be a dream so bad. But every hour I'm reminded of reality. So I want to make sure I applaud you in the proper manner. You are the greatest mother I know. Your soul was beautiful. You always wanted the best for others. And I admired how our family loved each other. Never had to worry about our kids loving each other because you were on top of that. You know we God-fearing and we are grounded by the Spirit. We never question the higher power. We roll with the punches and continue to live righteous. We'll always tell our kids how much an amazing person you were, especially a great mother. You know how our last convo went. I prayed for you and now we are here. But it's okay. We will continue to pray and hold on our faith. Hold on to our faith because that's all we know. I love you forever and our kids are super strong. They helping me with my tranquility, no cap. You with me forever. The queen of my children will always have a spot in my heart in the paradise. You gonna get me for that, but it's true. Love you forever. Just know we going harder than ever and God is in control and he got us covered. Now, this is my thing. Everybody grieve different. Yes, they do. Everybody grieves different. When I tell you, when my father died, my mother was the pillar of grace. Not one tear. She spoke eloquently. But when she got home, she broke down. Because she was trying to be strong for me. She was trying to be strong for other family members. But let me tell you something that I know to be a fact. You better pay attention to what a person says and what they don't say. Hey, you better pay attention to what they say and what they don't say. There's a whole lot of stuff that he said in this. And what it concentrated on was her being an amazing mother. He mentioned nothing of her businesses. He mentioned nothing about her and her partnership with him. He mentioned nothing about how much he loved her and how much he appreciated her. All he talked about was what a great mother she was. That's why you have to pay attention to what these men say and what they don't say. Because the writing is on the wall. It's up to us to listen to it. Nobody on earth can make me believe that they were still in a relationship when you read this. And that part ain't even important, okay? Because that's their business. My concern is about these kids and their legacy. Because all of this is telling me great mother, greatest mother, great mother, greatest mother, queen of my kids. What about when you would come home after hours being on the road or having a comedy show and you come home and it's a home cooked meal and she gets up out of her bed to heat up the plate to bring it to you? Or you would wake up in the middle of the night and say, hey, Jackie, I'm hungry. And she makes you a meal. Hey, my feet hurt. And she's rubbing your feet. I'm talking about these are blogs on her channel. Go and support her. Go watch her videos. That's the type of woman she was to this man. And this is what you decided to leave for the entire world to see, for the mother of your 3 children. Now, I'm not telling you what you said was wrong. What I'm saying is, to me, you didn't say enough about y'all relationship if you really loved her and cared for her like you did, as in being in a relationship with her and respecting her enough on a wifely level. You would have expressed that here. And I'm saying this for a reason, because I want y'all to really understand where I'm coming from. Okay, there's something else I want you all to see. Because if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. I know I can't be the only person that feels this way and felt slighted almost to hear that she had all of these children by this man and they weren't even married. It bothered me. Okay, someone said something. Hold on, I want to post this so you all can see this. Okay. My Black is Beautiful says she had not too long ago bought her own home and moved out of the house that they were sharing together. Mm-hmm. Yep. Sure did. So I want you all to see this as well. Okay.
What's happening? They know how I get down. Oh, nah. I know you want to say something, but hold tight, baby. I love you. I'll let you speak in a minute. Hold tight. Oh, man. Y'all been following us and following me for a long time. You know one thing, man. I'm God-fearing. I'm super God-fearing. And before I speak, I pray that God grant me the energy to convey whatever message that I need to tell y'all so we can all have a total understanding, you know. Uh, you know, it was hard for me to get my thoughts together, my words and my emotions, so I could speak at one time. But as days went by, I got better because I was remembered in Genesis, the life of Joseph. One thing about my boy Joseph is he never complained. And if you read Genesis, and if you're a man of the word, would like to say, Father, we Hebrew. So I know you wanted me to throw that out there. Shalom, brother. If you read, I like that Genesis teach you first about Joseph before they break it off into any other story, because if you're paying attention, Joseph is getting hit constantly with obstacle and obstacle and obstacle and obstacle. And if you really read deeper and you understand, Joseph ain't never said, why me, God? And if you're a firm believer, then if God got, his hands on you, then we're going to be straight. And that's one thing I know, that we gonna be straight, Do we understand? No. No. But I don't lead by the flesh, I lead by the spirit. And sometimes life hits you with a curveball, but That's for anybody out here that's going through something, man. So you got to stick it through, man. You know, I don't really care for the applause. I just want you to get the message. You got to stick it through no matter what you're going through in life, man, because somebody always going through something worse than you. And guess what? We here today, but somebody going through burying 3-4 folks at the same time. But we got to understand what she did and her input and what she did on this earth, man. She made sure our kids was loving each other. They praying. I'm talking about at a young age. I don't even know what Nana be saying, but she praying. And you know, I sit here and tell you anybody, man, if you're going through with anybody, man, just
Okay, so you all heard that. I'm going to play the continuation of what he said in just a minute. But I just want you all to understand what was not said. I understand he wants to give the message of people getting right with God. I understand how he wants everyone to understand that he is strong. They have this. He's going to ensure that his children knew what a great mother she was. I get all of that. I understand all of that. I really, really do. I understand all of that. Here's a little bit more.
when a smile is on my face and I'm kicking it and I'm happy, the higher power granted me the strength to continue to keep going. I love you, Jack. These kids are beautiful, man. God granted us strength to have 3. You know, I was trying to have 7 more. She gonna beat me up for that one. But I love you, girl. And I want our kids to understand that you had a beautiful soul. And you didn't leave us. You in heaven. Your spirit is with us. You're still here. And we got an amazing support system. We got a beautiful support system. That they came out. Love you. Everybody in here, keep God first. And always remember, listen, do not complain. You may have a valid reason to lose your mind, but that don't mean it's right. Because I got a valid reason to go buck wild. But that's not going to get me and my children and my family nowhere. They got to see the strength so it can be instilled in them. My kids got strength. That's why I'm able to stand today. My baby Nala looked at me and said, Daddy, what's wrong? I ain't even say nothing. She looked at me and said, don't worry. She don't even know what's going on. Nala came in and said, Nova came in and said, Daddy, I'm happy. Spirit moved in me and said, man, if my children happy, then I'm happy. And if they can do it, I can do it. And if Joseph can do it, we can do it. So keep God first, y'all. I love y'all. When you
Okay. Okay. Now you heard what everyone else said, and then you heard what he said. I love that he wanted to make sure that everyone listening to what he said made sure that they were right with a higher power. so that when it does come that time for them to leave this earth and leave the flesh and leave the body, which is just a vessel, that they will be with their maker. I understand all of that. I love all of that. But what I don't think you all are understanding and seeing is what he did not say, what he did not write. What everybody else said and what everybody else wrote, even in her last hurrah. You know, your last hurrah is your homegoing service in the Black community. She still wasn't good enough. Listen, I say this a lot on here. If I don't tell you one thing that you don't take from one of my videos, is this. You know, I always try to give a lesson. When the red flags are there and when the writing is on the wall, it's nothing that you can wear, nothing that you can do, nothing that you can say, no person you could be, try to reincarnate yourself into be. If a man don't see you in that way, he not gonna see you in that way, mama. He not. This is the end for her. She has left her body. And nowhere did he say, you were like a wife to me. You were my better half. I loved you immensely. Oh my goodness. None of that. He didn't say any of that. And that's what people, you know, everyone is saying, oh, his strength. Oh, the God in him is so beautiful. All of that is true. But listen to what the man did not say. Now, I know I'm not crazy. If y'all agree with what I'm saying, please put a 1 in the chat. Please, if y'all agree with what I'm saying. Because if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. This woman risked her life 3 times to give birth to his children. Okay, you said that he did say she was his rib. When did he say that? When did he say that? My black is beautiful. When did he say that? Because I didn't hear it. Oh, you said, but that was it. What part did he say that was my rib? Okay, and when they're referencing, for people who do not know, the reference of the rib in the Bible, I'm going to explain to you all what that means. Okay, so the reference of the rib in the Bible means this. So the Lord God caused the man to fall into a deep sleep. And while he was sleeping, he took one of the man's ribs and closed up the place with flesh. Then the Lord God made a woman from the rib he had taken out of man, and he brought her to the man. Okay. Come on, more context, people. So the people that's in the chat, you guys are just like indifferent. To me, I felt like while she was living, he showed her exactly what it is. And even in death, he's showing her exactly what it is. And you have to be careful and listen to what men say and then what they don't say, because it's all there. Yeah, I was thinking about playing the father's speech because I don't know if people had an opportunity to hear it or not. If you guys want to hear what the father said, let me know. My intent wasn't to play that, but I can because I know some people did not have an opportunity to because I know that some people did not get an opportunity to hear it. Let's see. Let me see if I can pull it up. Sorry about the outside music. My neighbors' kids, one of them just graduated from high school. I wanted to play the dad's speech, and I am not finding it. Did her dad remove it? I'm not finding it. And I literally had it saved just in case. Okay, well, you all can be able to Google it and find what the dad said. But I just want you all to know, if you don't take anything else that I say on YouTube seriously, please listen to the red flags. Please be cognizant of what people say and how they treat you. You show people how to treat you. And it's evident for years she allowed it. And also, I wonder if he one of those white, purple, and gold men, them Hebrew Israelites. I really, really wonder if he one of those. Because he acts very stoic, just like they do. But they have some ways about them. And that's just only because of my own personal experience. I don't know. I'm praying for her. I'm praying for her family and her friends. And I just pray that her friends are able to come together and help to raise those babies. I really, really do. Because that's how I feel like her legacy will be continued on, is through her friends. The ones that knew her, the ones that knew the amazing Jacky, the ones that knew the amazing business owner, the one who was the hustler. Like they said that even though Jacky had like 3, 4, 5, 6 businesses, all of their flowers she gave to them. It didn't matter if they had an event in LA or an event in Miami or whatever. She was there. She made it happen. That's the kind of friend that you want. That's the type of relationship that you want. Someone who is willing to make the sacrifice for you like you make it for them. Because something tells me, I highly doubt when she was going back and forth with kids and doing, sending out orders, packaging her orders, going to her distribution and making sure that her product details were right. And when she had a long day, some tell me he wasn't giving no massages. Something telling me he wasn't pouring into her like she was pouring into him. Being a provider is more than just financially providing for someone, providing for someone spiritually. Like I do believe he prayed for. I believe that. I mean, yeah, you might as well call him in Preacher Young Fly. I mean, he had the gestures and everything, but he's a comedian, so he knows how to sell a room. So that's neither here nor there. That's a whole nother subject. But let's see. He is spoke. Yes, and see that's the thing. I know all of these things, Miss My Black is Beautiful. I just didn't want to bring them up into this. I wanted to keep it just very neutral and on this subject because I wanted people to see that even through all of that, he showed all of this in her in in her homegoing service. He showed all of this. Oh no. My Black is Beautiful. You're fine. You don't have no reason to apologize. No, dear. Mm-mm. I just wanted to people to understand what he did say and what he didn't say, because there was a lot of things he did not say, and that was alarming to me. This the mother of 3 of your children. She risked her life to give birth to 3 of your children, and then was even risking her life to alter her body. And so to tell me she was altering her body to impress you. Hold on, because I want y'all to really, really see how beautiful this girl was. Hold on. You know, trying to find. This girl was absolutely stunning. Hold on, let me see. Let me see if I can be able to show this picture. Let's see. Let's see. Trying to switch these screens, everybody. This girl was absolutely stunning. Stunning. If you went on to her page, you could tell that. And then that's another thing, because if you followed her, you know how a lot of these girls have to have stylists and creative directors and this, that, and the other. She did a lot of her stuff herself. I'm talking about she was just amazing. She did a lot of her creative. You should see some of her photo shoots. When she blogged a lot of the things that she did behind the scenes, her photo shoots, all that type of thing. That was all her. Her going out shopping for outfits with her and her kids. Absolutely beautiful. There's a picture of the whole family. It's her, DC, and their 3 children, and how she coordinated their outfits in the creative direction. She even incorporated his mom and his aunt into the picture. Absolutely beautiful. And she was such a person who paid attention to detail and family and making sure that their families meshed well together. She was all of that. And still she passed away with not being his wife. That bothers me. And you can't tell me when these 3 little babies grow up, these 2 little girls, and that son of theirs grows up, and they don't say, hey, daddy, why didn't you never marry my mommy? Daddy, how come you never married my mommy? Auntie Ernestine, which is one of Jackie's best friends. Auntie Ernestine is married. Auntie Letitia is married. How come you never married my mommy? Because the question is going to come up. And my question is, how is he going to be able to answer that? Because I guarantee you, her family in all of this, I can just imagine how crushed they are with losing her. But it's something about having that piece of paper and having a man's last name and having a ring on your finger. It's important. And I want it to be of importance in the Black community, because that's really a part of the wealth gap right there. Okay? Because people are operating off of one income households instead of two income households like most white families are. But that's neither here nor there. That's another subject, and that's another video for another day that we go get into the wealth gap. Yes, we are. We just won't do it on this one. But I want you all to think about that. So this is Mimosa Chronicles. I am signing off. Thank you all so much for coming on. All of those that will be listening to the broadcast at a later time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please like the video. Please support by subscribing. Please share this video with your friends. Hey, if you don't agree with what I'm saying, I don't have a problem with that. Put it down in the comment section. You know, we family over here. So put it down in the comment section and let's talk about it. Maybe it's something that you say that may change my mind from this, but I do feel uneasy about this. I definitely do. Thank you to all my bottle poppers that came in on the broadcast this afternoon. My Black is Beautiful. I believe that Tate came through a little earlier. And thank you guys so much for spending your Sunday afternoon with me. I really, really do appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for coming in. I may or may not come in. I have another video lined up, and I already have the what's the word I'm looking for? I already have the information, everything already set up for the next video. I just don't know if I'm going to do it today or later on this evening. So I'll decide about that, but I will be coming on, again within, let's say, the next 12 hours. So I'll see you guys then. Thank you so much. Again, please watch the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel. All right. Have a blessed Sunday afternoon, everyone.